fix the exchange rate situation in an economy like ours overnight. You understand? You don't build a factory in a year or two.
No.
You understand? You can build one, you can build two, but you need a certain numbers to be able to make impact. You've built a factory that is processing.
You gave that kind of.
Oh, but that is what we are doing. That is what we are doing. We have shown working.
Yes.
We have shown working. You can't take. Away from us. That is why when I say I like to stick to the truth. Different levels of completion. That is the reason why I need to finish it. I need to complete it. I need to continue because I've shown the blueprint. I have shown the roadmap. I have shown that if I have the chance, I'll be able to do it. If I don't, what happened to the Aerojet project? They would do these things like Jan Twadams will present, we are civil society, we are independent, we are neutral, we are in the middle ground. Then the NDC will come to power. Then, like they did with Aerojet, 8 years, they won't finish the project. They will still leave it for us to come back after 8 years to come and complete. Our party is clear in our minds that the person that can actually lead us on this journey, two ways. One, we are looking for a candidate that has the capacity to beat John Mahama. That is the first thing. I mean, because of Dr. Bawumia, last elections, we snatched 17 seats from the NDC. Fresh seats. 17 that we took from the NDC. Out of the 17, 15 of them were from the north. And he is right. 15 of these seats were from the north. So it shows it clearly the political personality of Dr. Bawumia. Single-handedly, as a vice presidential candidate, he could pull the same crowd or even more, just as his presidential candidate was pulling in the last elections and the previous elections. Him as a person is a political personality on his own, even as a vice presidential candidate. And so he can tell you the value he brings to us as a political party going into the contest against former President John Mahama. Secondly, in him also, we have a competent leader that at least sends a certain level of integrity, credibility to everybody. Both people in NDC, MPP, Dr. Bawumia is the only politician in this country that there was an attempt to wear him with corruption and everybody came to his defense. Remember the Edubuahin issue? Everybody, religious groups, civil society organizations, everybody can say, no, as for Dr. Bawumia, dear, you can call him whatever you want to call him, but corruption isn't part. He's a new breed of politician. He has brought into our political space a certain new energy that we haven't seen in a very long while. And he is competent to deliver as a president and give us the kind of continue what it is that we are trying to build on. Because first of all, we need a leader that will first of all believe in what we have done. Anchor it, and then identify where the gaps are. Fix those gaps so we can move forward. And that for us as a party, we believe is Dr. Bawumia.
May I make a correction? Just a correction. When Miracles was showing his shoe, he said since Kwame Nkrumah time. During Kwame Nkrumah time, we were making shoes in this country.
I didn't say during Kwame Nkrumah time. In fact, I even said that until I said since Kwame Nkrumah. So I can't Kwame Nkrumah.
Exactly.
No, but that's what I said.
So what does that mean?
No.
Does that mean that it wasn't there, it was there?
Oh, please. But was there not a diversity implementation law to sell all those factories by the NDC?
That was the NDC.
But they have been sold. But you see, you didn't listen to me. I made the point. I said, since Kwame Nkrumah, this is the only time.
Yeah.
I made that point.
So define since Kwame Nkrumah.
It means that Nkrumah did it, and then it collapsed. But that's what it means. But you, CPP, you are still holding on to Kwame Nkrumah.
No, we are not holding on to Kwame Nkrumah. It's history.
Even we have started referring to Kufuor. You are still referring to Kwame Nkrumah.
We are not. It's history.
Kofi, so we are doing two things in one.
Oh, sure.
The two things are that we are talking about the Galamsey investigation. The special prosecutor is investigating, and then we're also talking about the coronation of the king. So as you make your comment, you have, I think, 4 minutes. Okay. You have to join the two together.
The two,
yes.
Okay. So on the issue of Galamsey, my take is this. You don't fight injustice with injustice. Listen to my point well. You don't fight injustice with injustice. And for me, that's what I think the report was all about. The report was an injustice report that sought to malign, that sought to discredit, that sought to disrespect some people in the process of fighting injustice. The injustice here is the Galamsey. You want to fight Galamsey, which is a menace, an evil thing. And then in fighting that evil thing, you perpetuate injustice on people. And then you come out to say, if I have offended anybody, I'm sorry. No, it's not enough. It's not enough. When we say a ministerial report, and my senior brother and my senior uncle is here, he will confirm that, we'll put politics aside. A ministerial report has a standard. It is one that is conducted by an appointed person. That is, the word used is thoroughly investigated. That is what makes a ministerial report. Because anybody can do a report. In fact, when you look at the definition of a report in Google, it says even providing misinformation in a document can be classified as a report. So for something to be a presidential report, a ministerial report, it needs to be qualified. And the qualification is thoroughly investigated or thoroughly or with considerated facts. You don't do a report that says Mr. Jantua said, Wilberforce said, Mr. Jantua came to tell me Kofi Tonto that, Wilberforce told Mr. Jantua that. Really? You accuse Kojo Oppong Nkrumah in a report. And your accusation is that a journalist friend of yours came and told you that his friend, who is also a journalist, came and told him that there was a festival or something and Kojo Oppong Nkrumah brought NPP and NDC journalists together to sabotage you. And that if Kojo Oppong Nkrumah has an issue with you, why didn't Kojo Oppong Nkrumah call you? He says all of these things in the report. That if Kojo Oppong Nkrumah has a report with me, a problem with me, what hurts me is that Kojo didn't call me. But when you heard rumor about Kojo, you didn't call Kojo. Do you see the point I'm saying, that you don't fight injustice with injustice? What he did to his colleague ministers were injustice. You set up Kojo for public ridicule, for public attacks, only for us to find out that the very meeting that your friend came to tell you that his friend told him was a Bank of Ghana conference.
Together with Primpak.
Together with Primpak. That is not how you fight injustice.
Okay, Kofi.
So that's my issue on that.
Just hold your thoughts now. I'm taking a quick break.
Okay.
When I'm back, I'll let you talk about the coronation, and then we'll come back to the table. So this is Asasi Radio here in Accra. It is 99.5. In Cape Coast is 100.3. In Tamale, 99.7. And in Kumasi is 98.5. The show is The Forum, and we are discussing Galamsey matters to the end and also the coronation in England. We're taking a quick break. When we are back, we will continue with the conversation. My name is Wilberforce Asare.
Mothers of our families, and they deserve to be celebrated every day. Join us for a day of love and appreciation of our cherished mothers with our very own Professor Elsie Ifa Kaufman in an exclusive luncheon at our Sycamore Hall. Come, wine and dine with Ghana's favorite quiz mistress as we celebrate her accomplishments as a mother, a career woman, and a renowned academic. You can also enjoy our special Mother's Day buffet and live band music with Mom at our Baobab restaurant for only 300.
All right, you welcome back to Asase Radio, and it's the forum. And already, my guests are watching the coronation ceremony taking place in the United Kingdom in the Westminster Abbey, and so that's one of the things that we're doing. You hear Mr. Jantua playing it from the background and all that. But Kofi, quickly on the coronation.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing. Me, I'm a traditional man proper, even though. Grew up in a contemporary society. I'm also contemporary, but I'm a blend. So a full traditional person proper. So these things, they are very dear to my heart. So when Akwesi Day comes and all these things come, I make sure I participate. And that's why when I was gracious enough for the king to personally asked me to organize Memphis in May for him, I was very excited, and I did it to my best of abilities to ensure Memphis in May came out the way it did, because I wanted to make sure that we project the positives of our traditions as Ghanaian. So I'm fully satisfied with what is happening. But interestingly, you see how we are enjoying this. Somehow it's okay, but let a Ghanaian king or whatever do it. And you see the same Ghanaians who are now on their TV.
What is interesting is they also have special rituals.
I'm telling you.
Goats and tree barks that are removed for special occasions.
Yes.
And you gather here, hey.
They say it's a 1,000-year-old tradition.
Yes.
All the things they are doing. They've been doing it for thousands
of years. Look, if you watch the video, they are dressing the king in public. The camera is on him. Mm-hmm. This is their tradition. But let a Ghanaian chief or king or whatever do this. And you see those who have gone to school abroad talking about what is this? What is the essence of this? Blah, 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 blah. And you have even people questioning. You know when these issues of morality and values come up, and Ghanaians stand for their values, you have educated Ghanaians who some belong to civil society asking, what values are you talking about? Because we have put aside everything that belongs to us and set the white man's way of life as our standard. So you have an educated person asking you, what Ghanaian values are you talking about? So I am happy this is happening. So I hope those who should know better will learn from this and appreciate that every society, every country has their way of life. And we must respect it.
Okay, so Mr. Janta will have the last word because he's a British man. So
yes,
I want you to make your comments on the Galamsey investigations and also the coronation.
I'm sure he's even,
he's
going
watching.
to go there.
He's actually watching.
Yes, I'm sure he'll be going there this evening for the dinner and all that.
The after party.
Yes.
Don't mind you.
Oh, for the Galamsey issue, I have a petition. My client has petitioned the Shraj. I think that we are expecting the preliminary report. I hear it's being worked on, so we should expect that. Once that comes in, then I'm looking forward to the public hearings. I think that Professor Boateng has stated in a recent interview that he stands by everything, and so we would expect that he will be given an opportunity to justify the statements, and I believe that it will go down well. Let's see what happens once we see everybody being given an opportunity to defend his or his statements. I think that it will be the best. I know we are all distracted by the ceremony, but I think that we should just allow and wait and see what will happen. I think that it will go down well. Let's see. I think people's integrity is at stake. They must be given an opportunity to defend themselves. And I've always believed in the principle of respecting the natural justice principle. Everybody must be heard. So let's get to the point where the forum will be held, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, so also commenting on the coronation.
I think it's a beautiful ceremony. In fact, I really loved the pictures of the Otiko Koso.
Asante-Hene.
Yes, Asante-Hene with
when he met with the king.
yes, I mean, you know that the Asante-Hene always carries Ghana proud with the Kente. It was such a lovely contrast, with the Kente and of course his beautiful wife, the
Lady
Queen,
Juliet.
the Lady Juliet.
And don't forget the umbrella.
Yeah, the umbrella, and the umbrella, and I think that it's good to be part of history. Perhaps we may not see the next king in our lifetime or the next coronation in our lifetime. So I think that it is.
Well, so the current king is 74 years old, and
yes, it's possible.
Yes,
It's possible we will.
It is possible we will. It is possible we may not. You never can tell.
The last one was on the throne for a very long time
Yes,
because she came
yes.
at a very tender age. Her mother, yes.
Yeah.
This is coming. I'm told that according to their history, this is the oldest person to be crowned king in the history. So most of the kings and queens have been at a younger age than 74. So let's assume that she even lives to the age of her mother. Her mother died at 96.
His mother.
His mother, I should say. Thank you. That is 96. And 74 to 96 is how many? 22 years. Yeah. So 22 years of reigning. In your lifetime, you could see another one.
You never can tell. I hear the chair. Even the chair itself, I hear it's a very old chair.
Yes, it's called the St. Edward's chair.
Yeah, it's a very old chair. I'm happy you are.
No, it's not the chair. The St. Edward's one is the crown.
Yes. I'm happy you are broadcasting it live. I hope.
Okay.
Kids
Yes.
will
So
be able to
yes,
watch it.
for our friends who are on Facebook
yes.
and all other platforms on our Twitter space and also other places, we are currently showing the live images. Once you log on there, you'll be able to see the coronation. We can see that the king has been robed and he's now been put on the chair, which is a very important symbol. That chair it was first made in 1660, and so that's how old that chair is.
But Wilberforce, you see how the Queen died in September.
Yes.
She actually died the very day I got to London.
Oh, okay.
It was a Thursday, and she died. And they are now doing
The coronation.
How many months now?
Almost a year.
Yeah, so September to now is about how many? 8 months?
Yeah.
Yes.
If this had happened in Ghana, can you see?
I know why interesting thing. The fact that they also have a mausoleum for keeping their old. Ghana also has it with some of the chiefs.
Yeah, in Kumasi, it's in Bremen.
Yes.
Bremen.
So tradition is good. We shouldn't throw away our tradition. But I'm interested in Uncle Jantua's narration of the history
of
Mr.
Jantua.
the coronation of Queen Elizabeth. He has to start from that side. I think you were even around when her father was.
He wasn't around. Mrs. Jantua, so your thoughts on the coronation ongoing, you may have better understanding of some of the things than us. So yes,
better understanding.
Better understand. What kind of better understanding are you looking for?
The British
And
system.
the accent, you need to hear the accent. So that
Accent. First of all, on Professor Frimpong Boateng's thing, I think the one thing we should take into consideration is some of the content of it and see that some of the things he says there are true and we should handle it. I think to be able to clear people, I think the committee is very important to be set up so that people's names are cleared. Anyway, I just heard today that Professor Frimpong Boateng has come to apologize if he caused any pain to anybody. However, the fact of the matter is that Galamsey is still going on and we need to do something.
And the OSP is investigating.
For the report,
Yes.
He still stands by the report.
Stands by the report. And for me, there's fact in the report. So let's stop the peripheral and you did this to this and this is let's attack the what do you call it. Look, yesterday I went to GTV. I was on GTV. You know those 2 bottles of the Brim River? The sediment in the latest bottle had sunk to the bottom of the bottle and you could see the water was clear. That says a lot. When they now shook the bottle, all the sediments came up. It goes to show that we can do something about clearing the water bodies.
Okay.
That is key. Now, to the coronation. The most interesting thing to me about the coronation is the spoon.
The spoon?
Yes.
What about the spoon?
The spoon, the spoon that they will use to give, communion to Prince Charles. King Charles now.
Yeah.
13th century spoon.
Okay.
It goes to show how they have protected and preserved their tradition and history. One thing Asantini always tells me. When
His
he's
son also dresses him. That's interesting.
yes, yes, his son also.
He's
yes,
next in line.
That's his next in line.
Yes.
Next in line.
So if you are wondering what we are talking about, we are watching the live coronation service for the King of England, and so usually they say that. Of Great Britain. So now he's been robed. There's a gown that has been put on him. He's been brought back to the 16th, is it the 17th century seat?
Yeah.
Yes, and the service is ongoing. Once you go there, you should be able to see all the details for yourself. But let me quickly sign off because.
Oh, I didn't finish.
Oh, you didn't finish. Okay,
No.
you have 1 more minute.
Yes.
1 more minute.
I was saying that anytime Asantini meets me, because my father is from the Menchia Palace, he says to me, "Kwame, wo mesum. You don't come to all our festivals. You shouldn't be doing that." And so I've now got the list of the festivals for the year. And I'll make sure I do, because what Kofi said is very true. You cannot do away with your tradition. You cannot do away with your culture. And one thing we haven't done in Ghana, we haven't been able to get our children to even speak the different ethnic languages we have. And that is a killing of the tradition and our culture. So it's very important. So let's look at this. Let's admire it, but let's also make sure that we preserve our own, because our own too is very rich, extremely rich.
Indeed, yes. Our culture here in Ghana is extremely rich, and I agree with you, Mr. Chantua, that we should cherish it. What we are seeing on the images there from the United Kingdom, from the Westminster Abbey, are the live pictures of the coronation of King Charles. So King Charles III's coronation. That is what the slug is saying on the channel that we are
And he's
watching.
also head of state.
Yes.
He's also head of state.
Yes. Yes. All right. So So we this whole activity is also live on our YouTube channel. You saw Asase live on YouTube channel. So yes, if you go onto YouTube and you type in Asase TV live, you should be able to get these images. We also have Asase Extra, which you can also get access to and view all our programming and all activities. So the show has been The Forum. The Forum is your weekend political and current affairs show. My guest for today, who helped me to do these discussions, Miracles Abuaji. So Dennis Miracles Abuaji. Dennis is a government official. He works with the I want to get it right. I don't want to paraphrase on it. So he's the executive secretary of the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization. He joined us today. Kofi Tonto is a member of the New Patriotic Party's National Communications team, and he also joined us. Nick Pakpo Samoa Ado is a member of the National Democratic Congress
chairman.
And practicing lawyer, and is the chairman of His Grace A&B
Yes.
at the
Trobo-
somewhere at Trobo
Trobo
constituency.
yes.
And then Kwame Jantua is a member of the Convention People's Party.
Incoming presidential candidate.
Yes,
the
according to
presumptive-
Nick Pakpo. Thank
Presumptive
you all
presidential
for.
candidate of the CPP.
In fact, thank you all for making
Having
this
paid
program
500,000
successful.
cedis.
The show
as
is
filing fee.
produced. The show is produced by Emmanuel Ohiming, and my name is Wilberforce Asare. I thank you very much indeed for the privilege of your company.